The next big update, Minecraft 1.15, has a tough act to follow after the Village and Pillage update. And while it may be a while before we see any news on 1.15, it doesn't hurt to make predictions. That being said, my name is System Z, and here's what could be next for Minecraft 1.15. If you enjoyed the video and want to support my channel and help me make videos in the future, consider becoming a member, where you'll be invited to my Minecraft and Discord servers, as well as have a chance to help me with new videos through exclusive community posts. Click the join button below for more information, and also thank you to those of you who have become a member since my last video. Before preparing this video, I asked my community what they thought was next for Minecraft, which showed me what a majority of players would prefer to see. So, we're going to cover the most popular suggestions between caves, biomes, combat, and more. We'll also take a look at potential spoilers from Mojang themselves. Let's get started with the highly requested cave-themed update. Throughout the history of updates for Minecraft, we've seen improvements to practically all areas of the game, except for caves. Whether it be generation, cave-specific mobs, new blocks, etc., we've never had a primarily cave-themed update. The only thing closest that we got were the additions of andesite, diorite, and granite, which, don't get me wrong, I love those blocks. Well, most of them. So, what would it be like if the next big update did focus on improving the underground? Well, to start, cave generation would likely receive a huge update, making the overall shape, size, and location of caves a bit more interesting. It would also be a great opportunity to change the appearance of caves using the recently added stair and slab variants of stone type blocks, to add things like stalactites for more adventurous terrain to traverse. Another potential benefit would be that biome-specific cave generation could be added, changing the laws of generation for blocks, ores, and dungeons for each biome. For example, caves underneath the jungle biome may feature more overgrown generation, with leaves and vines everywhere, whereas a cave underneath an ice biome could be frozen over with ice. We've already gotten a taste of this with caves filled with water underneath oceans and the Mesa Caves' rich gold generation. Now that the generation will have been updated, we would more than likely see the addition of new blocks, whether it be new ores or just basic materials, like marble for example. This would also be a great opportunity to add new mobs that could only be found underground, similar to cave spiders, to bring a sense of exclusivity to caves, inspiring players to spend more time beneath the surface. Because as of right now, time spent in the caves seems quite limited after the initial start of a new world. And in terms of exploration, it would be surprising if we didn't also see more ruins and dungeons be added to the game. As much as stumbling across a mob dungeon or a stronghold are thrilling, dungeon crawling seems to be the one majorly lacking experience of the game. This is only scratching the surface, or should I say beneath the surface, of how amazing a cave update could be. Before we move on to the next possible theme, let me know your thoughts on a cave update down in the comments below. Next up, we have the possibility of combat being the main focus of 1.15, which honestly could work alongside caves being updated if that were the case. AntVenom recently made a video that does a great job at connecting the dots and spoilers from Mojang themselves to show how likely a combat update would be, as well as what it may consist of. After you're done watching this video, I highly recommend checking his out. Back in Minecraft 1.9, combat and the PvP experience was changed drastically, and ever since then, a majority of the community has been complaining about it. 1.15 has a strong chance of being the update to not revert those changes, but bring the best part of the old and new combat system together. As far as how they plan on doing that, I have the slightest clue, but as AntVenom pointed out in his aforementioned video, it likely has something to do with the Village and Pillage added smithing and fletching tables, as well as potential new ores hinted at from the 1.14 trailer Mojang uploaded a few weeks ago. These mysterious blocks and ores could be used to bring new weapons, new mechanics, and a lot more amazing changes to the combat system as we know it. Now, because I'm a builder at heart and absolutely terrible at PvP, that's all I can really say on the idea of a combat update. But I'd love to hear your opinions and ideas in the comments below. So what do you think could change with combat if it were the theme of Minecraft 1.15? Assuming the next update isn't focused on caves and combat, another community suggestion would be to focus on biomes, especially the ones that have not yet been updated. The aquatic update was extremely successful due to the renovation and expansion of the ocean, and so a biome-focused update doing just that to all of the other biomes could be great for exploration, something Mojang seems to really care about. This could mean a wide variety of new blocks, new mobs, and new structures all around the world of Minecraft, adding more reason to explore out and visit the thriving new lands. We've actually already been given a glimpse of the potential for this update back when the Village and Pillage update was first announced at Minecon, allowing us to vote on new features from ostriches and termites to baobab trees and palm trees. And while those features didn't win the community vote, Mojang did eventually confirm that they would be added, possibly in 1.15. Updating biomes could change the game as we currently know it, adding more blocks for builders, more dungeons for the adventurous, and even more crops for the farmers. This could be a great opportunity to add more food to the game as well, something I've been wanting for a long time. The various new trees and plants that could be added could yield new fruit and vegetables, whereas the new wildlife would obviously add more meat. The other mob drops could also be used in new crafting recipes for countless possibilities. And even after all of those new additions, we could also see more structures introduced, from campsite villages to above-ground ruins, rewarding the players who explore the world with more loot and other treasures. Now, because of how many biomes would need to be updated, it wouldn't be likely that we would see all of these changes in one single update. But perhaps it could be in the bigger picture. Over the last few updates, it seems as though Mojang has been laying down the groundwork for an overworld makeover, starting with oceans and its new mobs, to more recently updating villages and adding new blocks in the process. This could mean that their endgame is to have the entire world of Minecraft updated slowly, alongside updates that are focused on different aspects of the game. This would be the smartest way to enhance gameplay and keep it fresh, updating slowly over time to continue building hype as each update is released. So what do you think of a biome update? Let me know in the comments down below. And as a side note, if we were to get a biome update, I really want apple trees and have for a long time. Being able to punch apples off of leaves would be amazing. With all of this attention to the overworld, you didn't think I would just ignore the end and the Nether, did you? Of course not. We haven't had a major dimension-themed update in quite some time. So what would it be like if we were to have an update solely focused on updating these dimensions? Well, to start, the end and the Nether are both incredibly bland. Once you've gone to them and left with the loot you needed, there is relatively no other reason to return. Mojang recently hinted at this themselves by tweeting on the official Minecraft Twitter that the end never yields adequate resources, which likely means that there is an internal interest to focus on the end in the next update. One way to immediately enhance the exploration experience of the end and the Nether would be to add biomes to them, giving players a reason to spend time away from the overworld to obtain the new blocks or resources that may result from this addition. Biomes are what make the overworld so unique and seemingly everlasting, whereas the plain generation of the other dimensions make it not so worth the dangerous conditions and obstacles to explore or build in. Alongside biomes, new mobs and structures could also be a great way to liven up these dimensions, as it would force players who need new resources to always travel out of the overworld when needed. As of right now, the Nether only has Nether fortresses, and the End has End cities, both of which, not to mention, are fairly bland. Whether it be ghast hides, as Grian suggested, or villages inhabited by pigmen, new structures would add a sense of unpredictability, just as an example. A dimensional update could also be an opportunity to bring ore to the End and the Nether. Ores that are used to create new items, like an ender staff for example, based on the idea from my Wizards in Minecraft video. Ore is the game's driving force in terms of progression, so adding it to the other parts of Minecraft would be very expansive. The possibilities are truly endless for how amazing and feature-packed an update that focused on the End and the Nether could be. And considering the last major dimensional update was all the way back in 1.9, I'd say we're certainly due for some updates. But what do you think? Do you think the End and the Nether should be updated? Or do you think that we need a new dimension altogether? Let me know in the comments down below. Before we continue, I'd like to take a moment to briefly talk about Redstone being the theme for the next update. As mentioned earlier, AntVenom's latest video on Minecraft 1.15 does a great job at revealing how likely his idea of the Combat and Cobalt update could be. In his video, he revealed that cobalt could potentially be added to work alongside redstone in the next update. In the Village and Pillage trailer, you can actually see a villager throw what could be cobalt out of their inventory right after tossing redstone. If this is what Ant Venom suggests, it could be huge for the redstone portion of Minecraft, adding tons of new mechanics and potentially changing the way we currently use redstone. But that's all I want to say on the subject. Once again, I really recommend you check out his video. Last but certainly not least, what if there was no theme at all for the next update? This is what a lot of people suggested when the future of Minecraft came up. And as much as themes have been fun, I can actually see why a general update could be good as well. With an update with no theme, there would be no limitations for what could be updated. Meaning that the miscellaneous parts of the game that have been needing to be tweaked for a long time could finally have their chance. And whether it be fixing the long-lasting bugs of the game, or simply adding small features and details around all parts of the Minecraft world, the possibilities are endless. An update like this wouldn't be new for Minecraft either, as back in the earlier versions of the game we never had themed updates. It would always be random and unpredictable, leaving the community surprised and excited whenever the new features were revealed. Some would say that this is the nostalgic updating method that made Minecraft as successful as it is today. So what do you think? Would you prefer to see caves and combat being updated in the next big update, or would you prefer that 1.15 have no theme at all? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing and turning on notifications to be alerted whenever I upload a video. That's gonna be it for today. My name has been System Z, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.